Hey everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is 4 rounds for time. It is called Orchid. It is 20 kettlebell swings, 20 V-ups, 20 renegade rows, 20 weighted lunges, 20 ab twists, and 4 ball toe taps. So we're going to go through all those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. Our first movement is going to be our kettlebell swings. So we'll go over the proper form first. So we want to be a little bit wider than hip width apart with our feet. We want to make sure that we are bringing our hips back. We're not squatting. We're not bending over. We're not straight legged. We're going to be slightly bent at the knees, bringing those hips back, and that's going to allow us to have the swinging motion. So it is called a kettlebell swing because we are swinging the kettlebell upward. We are doing this by a thrusting movement. It is not lifting with your hands. You're allowing your body to swing the weight and the momentum forward. So it's going to look like this. We're going to come about eye height. When we come back, we want to make sure that we're touching the outside of our wrist to the inside of our thighs. If we're touching anywhere above our wrist, we're doing one of two things. We're either squatting down. You see when I squat down, my arms are going to go lower. If we're squatting, we're sending the momentum this way instead of this way. Or we are coming down back too far, which is a great way to injure your back. So if you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell, and it's that same movement, just with the dumbbell. Another thing you can use is a band. So how we want to do this, we want to step inside the band and pull it through and around our legs, and we are going to use that same momentum coming upward. Okay, so the next movement is going to be our V-up. I saw you waiting for me. You don't need a dog for this, but it's always better to have one. So, right? So we're going to be lifting our legs and our arms at the same time, squeezing those abs, coming up in a nice V position. We want to make sure that our back is fully coming off the ground. Modifications to the knees. Again, you see my back coming off the ground, or you can do alternating V-ups, again, back off the ground, or you can do leg lifts where you're going to lift your shoulders off the ground and you're going to come up with your legs, squeezing those abs. The next movement is going to be our renegade row. So with this, it is a full body movement, even though it may not seem like it when I'm going to show you, but you're going to need to be squeezing that whole body to keep it from moving. So facing forward first, we are going to be in the nice plank position. We're going to make our feet wide because we're going to create a nice platform. Our dumbbells should be right below our shoulders, and we are just going to be marching with the dumbbell. Now, when we're doing that, we're squeezing our glutes, our abs, and this is going to prevent us from moving, because what we don't want to do, and I'm not going to do it with weight, we don't want to be twisting our body. So the lower half of our body should always be as still as possible, and the only way to make that happen, squeezing everything. So again, wide, my butt is down, not up, and I'm squeezing everything, ensuring that I'm not moving. Modifications, lower the weight. You can use a band and you can march with the band, or you can do shoulder taps. Now, no matter what you're doing, what you're using, weight, bands, no weight, you still are keeping that body as still and tight as possible. Okay, so next movement is our weighted lunges. So modification would be without weight. So we'll start with that just to get the correct form. So when we step out, we're stepping out so that when we come down into the lunge, we are in a 90-degree angle on both sides. 90-degree angle on both sides. And we're using that front foot to push upward, and we're coming completely straight up. We want to keep our chest up. What we don't want to do, and again, this not so much if you have weight because you won't be able to do this, but if you're using no weight, what I don't want to see is you coming forward and putting the weight of your body on your leg and using that to push yourself up. That is creating a lot of tension in those hips and lower back, and it's not giving you the full leg workout that we want. So we're staying upright. Now we can do this several ways. We can take a dumbbell for weights and just put it in that nice front rack position where I'm leaning it against my shoulders. And again, you see I'm nice and straight and up. We can also do the old suitcase carry. So what I want you to make sure that if you're doing this, you don't allow the weight to pull you forward. So really squeeze those shoulders together to create a nice straight back. Or you can use a barbell, put it over your shoulders or in the front rack position. Okay, the next movement is our ab twist. So first, without weight, we want to create a V. So this is my V, right? I'm squeeze, and to stay in this V, I need to squeeze my abs. And we're going to twist back and forth, allowing the abs to twist back and forth. You shouldn't be just twisting that upper body. Like, you should see the movement in your stomach. You can use a weight as well. And again, nice and tight. If you're having some issues with stability, work on that core. But you can also stick one heel on the ground, leaning back and touching either with or without the weight. Okay. Last but not least, our ball toe taps. This is going to get your heart rate going a little bit. So you're going to need an object. It doesn't have to be a ball. But we are going to want to tap the balls with our toe, or the object with the toe. But I don't want to see this. This is not really doing much for you. So it's going to be a continuous movement, almost like a running in place. And if you have nothing, you can literally run in place. But I want that continuous movement for all 40 reps. Pumping your arms will give you even more of a raised heart rate. So we're going to do all those movements 4 times. Good